In this video, we will learn about achievement test. Achievement test is a tool for teachers for evaluation of student in school situation. With the help of achievement test, we can measure the amount of success of an individual in specific field. In school environment, it is used as an instrument to measure success of an individual in particular subject or group of subjects. It gives the knowledge about what an individual acquire by testing his abilities. Achievement test helps in measure the capacities and capabilities of an individual. It is also helpful in upgrading the standard of education in an energetic way so that the individual can see with their own eyes that what they achieve by their past learning. Some definitions of achievement test are given below. According to Super, an achievement test or proficiency test is used to ascertain what and how much has been learned or how well a task can perform. According to Freeman, achievement test is a test designed to measure knowledge, understanding and skills in specified subject or a group of subjects. According to N.M. Downey, any test that measures the attainment or accomplishments of an individual after a period of training or learning is called achievement test. It helps to permute the student to next class. Characteristics of good achievement test. Reliability of a test is its trustworthiness or its consistency. It is defined as the consistency with which a test measures what it intends to measure. Validity means purposiveness. Validity of a test is the accuracy with which a test measures what it intends to measure. Objectivity. A test is said to be highly objective if the score assigned by different but equally competent scores are not affected by the judgment, personal opinion or bias of the scorers. Feasibility. In assessing the value of a test, usability or practicability is an important criteria. Each of administration, each of scoring, each of interpretation, etc. are factors contributing to the practicability of any test. For constructing achievement test in any school subject, following two questions gives a way to construct the achievement test. What to measure? What to measure involves certain objectives in view that enables to bring accepted changes in the student behavior when we teach. How to measure? How to measure involves how to construct an instrument that measures the abilities of students. Steps of construction. The first step is planning of the test, in which we have to design the test, then we have to prepare of the blueprint. The second step is preparing preliminary draft, in which the necessary steps are item writing, item editing and pre-tryout. Then third step is the tryout, fourth step is item analysis, the fifth step is preparing the final draft, and at last, that is the sixth step, is establishing of reliability, validity and norms. Planning of the test. Planning of achievement test will be carried out with the help of two steps. First step is designing of test. Designing is most important step in building the test. Designer should be careful about planning and making test successful. He should keep this in mind that how and what types of questions are used. He has to decide weightage for different objectives and units in the course. Following points help designer to design test in systematic way. Identification of objectives, measurement of content, allotment of time, allotment of marks, include multiple choice questions, emphasis on each subject and area of question. The second step is preparation of blueprint. After designing, preparation of blueprint is the last stage of the planning of the test. The blueprint is a three-dimensional chart showing the weightage given to the objectives, content and the form of questions in terms of marks. It is also called a table of specifications as it relates outcome to the content and indicates the relative weightage given to each of the various areas. The units or the content are generally spread along the vertical axis. The objectives are listed on horizontal axis. Each column is further subdivided into columns that indicate the form of questions. So each cell having 3 dimensions: the objective, the content, and the form of questions. When the test designer fit all the questions in different cells, all rows and columns are balanced and the blueprint is ready. This is a sample blueprint. In the next video, we will learn how to prepare it in details. Use of blueprint. Blueprint helps to improve the content validity of the test, defines as clearly as possible the scope and emphasis of the test, relates objectives to the content, gives greater assurance that the test will measure learning outcomes and course content in a balanced manner, lays before the tester a complete picture of the test he is going to prepare. Preliminary draft. Preliminary draft is prepared by following 3 stages. The first stage is item writing. It is important step in preliminary draft, and here blueprint is used as a guide writing this draft. Test conductor should have following points in mind when he writes item for preliminary draft. The first is each item contains single idea. Questions should be clear, simple and easy to understand. Double barrel questions should be avoided. Arrangement of items should be from simple to complex. Subjective questions should also be avoided. Item editing. Then the item should be edited and reviewed by the language teacher, also by expert of measurement. Language teacher will check the error in language and defect in words. By removing defects, it is submitting to the expert. Expert of measurement measure the level of achievement of item. A more careful evaluation of the item can be made by considering them in the light of each of the following questions. Does each item measure an important learning outcome included in the table of specifications? Is each item appropriate for the particular outcome to be measured? Does each item present a clearly formulated task? Is the item stated in simple, clear language? Is the item free from extraneous clues? Is the difficulty of the item appropriate for the student to be tested? Is each item independent and are the items as a group free from overlapping? Does each item fit into one of the cells of the blueprint? etc. Guidelines for arranging the items. The items should be arranged so that all items of the same type are grouped together. The items should be arranged in order to increasing difficulty. It may be desirable to group together items which measure the same learning outcomes or the same subject matter content. Providing directions. The purpose of the test, how to record the answers, marks allotted for each question as also for each section of the test, time allowed to complete the test, whether to guess when in doubt about the answer. Scoring key. Scoring key refers to the prepared list of answers to give set of objective questions. The examiner compares the answer given by the student with those in the scoring key and thus arrives at the marks to be awarded to the students. Correction for guessing. The test conductor, while preparing the scoring key, may feel like reducing to 0 the gain in score expected to result from guesswork. This is popularly called correction for guessing. The generalized formula for correcting for guessing is S equal to R minus KW by N minus K, where S equal to score, W equal to number of wrong responses, R equal to number of right responses, N equal to number of suggested responses for a single item, K equal to number of responses to be selected or marked for each item. In the case of true-false item, S equal to R minus W since N equal to 2 and K equal to 1. Marking scheme. In the preparation of marking scheme in any subject, it will be desirable not only to analyze the solution into important stages and to distribute marks over them, but each stage may be looked upon from the point of view of method involved as also from expected accuracy. The marks for each stage therefore may be divided into 2 components, marks for the method and those for accuracy. Marking scheme is essential because it indicates the number of steps or learning points expected in the answer, the outline of each point or step expected in the answer, the weightage to each point or each step, the level of accuracy expected of each step, etc. Pre-tryout. The draft is modified and remove the shortcomings of preliminary draft. In this stage, the constructor is confident for the usability of the test. The tryout. To ensure the proper operating of test items and to remove shortcomings, it is essential to have tryout of items. This helps in predict how student will work in actual practices. At the tryout stage, the test should be so limited that nearly 90% of the sample should be able to attempt all the items of the test. The test sheet along with answer sheet are collected and answer sheet are used for scoring with the help of scoring key and marking scheme. Keep the following points in mind while testing in sample. Proper seating arrangements, time of administrating the test, total time required for test, and proper motivation with the pupil. Evaluating the test. Evaluating the test helps the teacher to ascertain the following. Was the test very easy or difficult? Was the test too long or too short? Were the direction clear and specific? Was the test practicable and feasible? Did the item measure the intended objective? Did the difficulty level of the question match the level of the students? Were the items clear and unambiguous? Were the distractors effective? Do the items discriminate among the different level of achievement? What are the misconceptions formed by the student? Evaluation can be done in two levels. The first is question-wise analysis and second is item-wise analysis. Item analysis. In this stage, test constructor examining the responses of the respondents in the sample to each test item. It can also be defined as it is a statistical procedure by which the appropriate items are selected for the final draft and poor items are rejected. Item analysis is an analysis of responses made to teacher-made test by the pupil in the class. Final draft. In the final draft, questions should be arranged in such a way that easy, average and difficult and again start from easy and so on. By doing this, student at least go through whole test because he know that some of remaining questions are easy. When the test is arranged properly with the help of principals, a clear idea of the test is appeared. Establishment of reliability, validity and norms. With the selection of good item, final draft has been prepared. At the final step is establishment of reliability, validity and norms. These test items administered to a large sample. Reliability. The reliability of a test measures whatever it measures. There are many methods for computing the reliability of a test. The most appropriate method for computing reliability of achievement test is split half method. Validity. It is very important aspect of test and it can be determined as the degree which is capable of measuring achievements and it is designed to do so. Valid test is highly reliable. Validity is measured by four methods. The first one is face validity, second is content validity, third is concurrent validity and the final is predictive validity. Norms. It is average score of sample population. These are the level obtained by particular group of person on a test. There are many types of norms like age norms, grade norms, percentile norms and standard scores. Use of achievement test for administrators' use. Tests help to evaluate the extent to which the objective of education are being achieved. To evaluate, revise and improve the curriculum in the light of result obtained. Tests help to classify school objectives. To discover the type of learning experiences that will achieve these objectives with the best possible results. To select students for the award of specific merits or scholarships. To discover backward children who need help and to plan for remedial instruction for such students. To decide for proper classification of students. To group students in a class so that they will be put in such a way that individual differences are as little as possible. To determine the general level of achievement of a class and thus to judge the teaching efficiency of the teacher. The level of achievement of a class may be judged on the basis of the achievement of the class in the beginning and the end of the school year. to determine the efficiency of one school with the other, to help the parents in recognizing the strengths and weaknesses of their children so that they direct their energies on suitable goals only and don't put heavy demands on them, to get a better understanding of the needs and abilities of pupils. For teachers' use, the teacher will come to know the general range of abilities of the student in the class. In the light of above, he will select appropriate materials of instruction so that all individuals benefit from instruction to the maximum. The teacher will determine and diagnose the weaknesses of the student in various subjects. The teacher will spot brilliant and backward children. He will determine the progress of the group in a particular subject over a period of time. By studying the result of the student on achievement test and intelligence test, the teacher will determine whether or not the students are working at their maximum capacity. Now try this. Define achievement test. Discuss various steps for setting the question paper or planning an achievement test. What things should be kept in mind while planning to set an achievement test for your students? What are the needs, importance, merits and limitations of teacher-made achievement test?